President Donald Trump is shifting his justification for his ballroom. The acting world is paying tribute to Hayden Panettiere and will share this summer's most read books. That's some of what we'll get to on The 7 from The Washington Post. I'm Bim Adewunmi. It's Monday, August 17th. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. Number 1. President Trump is arguing that the White House needs a military complex after courts blocked his ballroom. When Trump first unveiled his plans for the East Wing addition, he said it was needed to host VIP guests. But Trump and his deputies have lately focused on a different argument. It's crucial for national security. Over the weekend, Trump made a lengthy post on Truth Social about his ballroom project, but it didn't mention the word ballroom. Instead, it focused on the military complex being built underneath. The apparent change in strategy comes after an appeals court ordered administration officials to halt construction on the ballroom by August 21st, unless the project is authorized by Congress. That won't happen, given that lawmakers are on recess with no plans to return before the end of the month. Congressional leaders have also shown little interest in prioritizing the project ahead of the midterms. Instead, Trump has sought to press his case in court, arguing that the ballroom is necessary to protect him and future presidents. And Trump's deputies have attempted to help him bolster that case. The leaders of the FBI, CIA, Secret Service, and other agencies told the Supreme Court on Friday that the ballroom was needed to provide a secure meeting space for the president and other leaders. Trump ordered a reduction of military exercises with U.S. allies South Korea. That's number 2. On Friday, North Korea called upcoming U.S. military drills with South Korea a war rehearsal and threatened to take action against the countries. Yesterday, Trump responded by directing Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth to substantially reduce joint military exercises with South Korea. In a post on Truth Social, Trump cited his, quote, very good relationship with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. He also criticized South Korea for not helping the U.S. with its effort to denuclearize Iran. Trump's announcement comes as the Iran war enters its 6th month, prompting some U.S. officials to warn of a Pentagon funding crunch and extreme munition shortages. Number 3. Todd Blanche refused to say he'll be independent from Trump as Attorney General. Blanche was sworn in last week to lead the Justice Department following a contentious confirmation process. He is a former criminal defense attorney for Trump. Democrats and a handful of Republicans warned that he may politicize the department. Yesterday, during an appearance on Meet the Press, he may have added to their concerns.
Will I take the President of the United States' view on something into consideration? Yes, of course. And I hope every Attorney General in history would not answer that question differently. Just let's play that out. The President of the United States, the elected President of the United States, says something to me, and I'm supposed to say to you, I would say, nope. I mean, that's not the way it works. Now, the President...
Post-Watergate norms have largely shielded the Justice Department's work from the White House's interference, but Blanche has often defended the president's right to weigh in on the department. In April, he told reporters the president had a right and a duty to offer opinions on criminal prosecutions. Hayden Panettiere, the star of TV shows Heroes and Nashville, died at age 36. That's number 4. Panettiere's father announced the actor's death in a statement provided to ABC News yesterday. It said, quote, "It is with profound sadness that we share the tragic passing of our beloved Hayden. She was an incredible light and a force of nature who brought immeasurable love and joy to all who knew her and to the millions who watched her on screen." No cause of death was announced. Panettiere, who would have turned 37 this Friday, began her career as a child actor in commercials and soap operas. Her role as a cheerleader with superpowers in Heroes propelled her to fame in 2006. The series revolved around the phrase, "Save the cheerleader, save the world." Throughout the years, she had spoken openly about her struggles with addiction, and she released a candid memoir earlier this year titled This Is Me, A Reckoning. In May, she appeared on the mental health podcast On Purpose with Jay Shetty and said she felt optimistic about her future.
I can feel all the possibilities, all the exciting possibilities. I feel like I have a lot more life to live.
Number 5. Millions of cars across the country could pose a fire risk. Modern cars are filled with electronics and batteries. That means that even when they're stationary, faults can lead to fires. According to an estimate from vehicle history provider Carfax, there are 3.2 million cars nationwide which have outstanding park outside recalls. That means owners should not park their cars inside due to the risk of fire. The recalls leave car owners with tough choices to make. Experts say that sometimes automakers can take months to offer up and distribute a solution. Meanwhile, people can sometimes get injured. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration told the Post it was aware of several injuries in recent years that appeared to be linked to car fires. So, stay safe out there. Number 6. The most common cancer is easy to miss. About 1 in 5 adults in the US will be affected by basal cell carcinoma in their lifetimes, and it can very easily be mistaken for dry eczema or an acne scar. To spot it, you can use a self-check method that experts call the ugly duckling sign. That means searching for a mole, spot, or patch that is different from any other on your body and getting it checked by a dermatologist. Also, keep an eye out for a new hard pink bump on paler skin tones, a new sore, or a spot that bleeds and does not heal within a few weeks. Make sure to wear sunscreen that is at least SPF 32. For more information on who is most at risk of basal cell carcinoma, click the link to our newsletter. You can find that, as always, in our show notes. And at number 7, we dove into the numbers to find out which books devoted readers are loving this summer. We're always hearing that no one reads anymore, but Bookshop, a site that supports independent booksellers, says it has seen an increase in sales this season. It seems everyone wants to be seen with a book by the beach, whether they're reading it or not. The Post dug into the numbers on Goodreads to see which books were resonating with readers. Full disclosure, Washington Post owner Jeff Bezos is the executive chairman of Amazon, which owns Goodreads. We found there's something for everyone. Yesteryear by Caro Claire Burke topped the list. It's about a tradwife influencer who ends up in the past. Theo of Golden is a self-published novel by Alan Levi, which has spent 35 weeks on the New York Times bestseller list, despite almost no marketing. And the book that inspired one of this year's biggest movies, Project Hail Mary, is also high up on the list. There are still a few weeks of summer left to enjoy reading in the sun. You can find your next read in our newsletter today. I'm Bim Adewunmi. I'll be hosting while Hannah is on maternity leave. If you want to say hi, please feel free to send an email to podcasts@washpost.com. You can read all the stories I mention here on the podcast and more with a Washington Post subscription. Right now, you can get unlimited access on the web and in our apps for just $40 for the first year in our sale. $60 a year gets you 3 extra accounts to share with friends and family. You can cancel anytime. I'll meet you back here tomorrow.